welcome to this channel where we have fun, where we educate one another, and life moves on. So make sure to kindly subscribe to this channel so that you can be able to support what I do. And don't forget, if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're coming back, if you have already subscribed, thank you so much for your support. I don't know how I can say it better than saying thank you, but you know what? I promise better and good content coming your way. So today's video is quite an interesting video because I want to give you tips on how you can be able to stop your baby from breastfeeding. It's a journey, it's a real process. If you're a new mom, congratulations, and if you're expecting or in future you'd want a baby, I wish you all the best and also congratulations. Baby are a blessing in our lives. They are this special gift that God gives us, even to unite our family, to give us that special bond, and we just love babies. If you don't love babies, I don't know, but for me, I love babies and everything to do with babies, everything that surrounds the well-being of a baby. And so today I decided, why not share with you the journey that I went through. I am a mom of a 2-year-old baby, a very beautiful baby girl, and breastfeeding has been a journey since day one, and I breastfeed my baby from day one up to 2 months, up to 2 years and 1 month. She actually just stopped breastfeeding the other day, and it was a hectic process just stopping her from breastfeeding. She was this baby who was really clinging to me. She loved breastfeeding like so much. She was even addicted. It actually got to a point where I was like, I think this baby will even breastfeed until university, because I didn't see her stopping at all. She used to even sleep the whole night breastfeeding on my breast, and it got to a point where I felt a bit exhausted. I was so willing to even breastfeed her until 3 years, but it got to a point where she really clinged to the breast meat so much until she didn't even want to eat. She was a very nice feeder. I think if you've come across my videos, you might have come across her in one way or another. Yeah, that's my baby. If you've seen a baby in any of my, any part of my videos, she's a chubby little girl who likes feeding well, but it came when she was around 1 year 8 months there to 2 years. She started feeding poorly. She doesn't want milk. Every time I'm around her, she just wants me to sit down and breastfeed her. And it even came to a point where even at night when you're sleeping, she will just be like turning, she has closed her eyes and she's like, mama nyanyo. Okay, it's fun. It's the best experience as a mommy. It's the best experience because you also get to create a very strong bond with your baby, but also it can be exhausting. It can really be exhausting. So if you're in this journey and you're wondering what will you do, or what are you going to do to stop your baby from breastfeeding in a nice way, first of all, mentally, psychologically, you need to be prepared. That's number one, what you should consider. Just be prepared, prepare yourself, because one thing that most of us moms feel is guilty. Trust me, you're going to be pinned down with guiltiness, because when you like, for myself, I used to feel so much guilty because every time she used to just breastfeed whenever I'm around, and when I want to, when I refuse to give her the breast, she would start crying, especially at night. She wouldn't sleep. She'd rather cry for 4 hours, like continuous. And it's so exhausting. Maybe tomorrow you're going to work and all that. So first of all, you'll feel guilty, as if you're punishing her or him. Another thing, you'll be exhausted, like so much exhausted, especially if they are so used to the mistake that I did I used to make her sleep by breastfeeding her. So I think my breast used to soothe her. And that was the worst mistake I did. I didn't teach her to sleep by her own. You know, even if she's full, my baby could eat ugali. Oh my god, with kienyeji, with fish. Get full, and then still in bed, she wants the breast, you know. So it was so exhausting. And well, it came to a point and I was like, well, I need to love myself. I need to take care of myself. Because first thing, I didn't have enough sleep. I was, by the time it was morning, I was so exhausted, you know. And every time she just wants me to be around her. She doesn't want other people. And I was like, well, even for her own good, so that she can grow, I just need to stop. So I googled all the methods. But good thing, what I learned, actually, I did it my own way. So what you do, first thing first, after you prepare your mind psychologically, like, this is now the time I want to stop my baby from breastfeeding, you won't stop up like today you wake up and that's it. No, you're going to do it step by step, so that first thing, you won't have the breast engorging, as in when so long as you're breastfeeding, your mind or your brain sends the message that more milk is needed. There's someone who wants milk and it's going to be produced. And when it's full, you're going to feel pain because you're not taking it anywhere, you know. So first thing that you should not do, okay, first thing that you should, let's start with what you should do and then what you should not do. So number one, make it a process. Start pole pole. So what I did, I used to breastfeed her at night, and then during the day, I was not breastfeeding her completely. If you're a mom who is at work, that will really work better for you, because during the whole day, you're not with her or him. You're going to come in the evening. That's when you're going to breastfeed the baby, all right? But if you're a mom who is there with your baby, like almost 24/7, you can use some strategies. Me, I used all kind of strategies. I used to, some even apply Colgate, others apply as in toothpaste, others apply black tips. You can use some salt tips. You put some cotton wool and then some salt tip. That's what I used to do. I will put on the black part, I'll put some cotton wool so that it won't harm my nipples, and then I'd put some salt tip just to cover it up, so that whenever she wants, I'll be like, Mama, it has an injury, you know, and she'll be like, okay, sorry, you know. She'll be like a bit reluctant to breastfeed that way. And then make yourself busy, so that he or she won't have time to, you know, remember. Make her get engaged with maybe cartoons or even fun games and all that, just to distract her, okay? Or if you can, just if it's really possible, just stay away from her maybe for some few hours, so that she won't see you around and she won't want to breastfeed. So that's what I used to do. During the day, I didn't breastfeed her. I used to breastfeed her at night when she was sleeping. So it went on that way. Sometimes I backslided because of the guiltiness that I used to feel. So it was like, sometimes I used to pity her and give her. I used to breastfeed her. And then the next day I'm like, no. What? I need to get back, you know, to the rules that I had made. So, and that's how I succeeded. So there came a time where one night I decided not to breastfeed her. That night was a long night for me. Oh my god. It was the longest night because she cried. Well, she cried for almost 3 hours and was like, well, why am I even punishing my baby? What are these breasts for? So I decided to breastfeed her. I also tried another day and she really cried. Well, me, I couldn't take it, so I breastfeed her. But it came to a time and I was like, you know what? I just had to be hard. I just have to be hard on her. And I got a lot of support from my family. So I used to do this. We used to, because at night she was so used to sleeping while breastfeeding, we changed roles. So someone could come and help put her to bed. You see, so she'll just cry a little bit and go to bed. That's how we did for a week. And remember, And that week, I got myself so busy during the day, so we were not in any contact or any touch. So when I came in the evening, she's tired, blah, blah, blah. I give myself, I just make myself busy, not around her. Then she'll just go to sleep. She'll be put to bed with someone else. And that really helped a lot. Do you know, but before even trying that, I used to even apply lemon, but my baby is so clever. She will take some wipes, bring it to me, and then tell me, Mama, wipe, wipe, so that she can feed. So it was a long journey, a long process. When you go to YouTube or when you even Google, there's so many people saying that sorry, there's so many people saying that when you feel the breasts are engorged, you should, I don't know, put some cabbage in fridge and place it in your around your nipples and all that. But I think the safest thing that you should do, plus also these pills for drying the milk are not advisable because they have side effects. So the best way to do, if you want your baby to stop breastfeeding, just start it as a process. Imagine a week or two, your baby will have forgotten about breast milk completely. Me, I didn't even believe I'll be talking about this right now. I didn't even believe my baby could even sleep without breast milk completely, and it happened. Even with, I didn't even struggle within 1 week, my baby had even forgotten everything about breastfeeding. Yeah, so it's that simple. And make sure you surround yourself with people who can support you, because it's a very tough journey and you really need support system. If your baby is so used to you, maybe they can't sleep, like mine can't sleep without breastfeeding, let someone else put that baby to bed. That way it will help you. And I even came to realize baby are a bit babyish, around their moms, especially when they're breastfeeding. They won't even allow anyone else to handle them. So to make it easier even for you, okay, just let someone else also help you. That way you'll be, first of all, you'll be satisfied even mentally, and also the process will be a bit easier for you. Yeah, and you won't feel pain. Imagine for me, I didn't feel any pain completely. It has been now 2 months after I stopped breastfeeding, and it has been just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And my baby is really now independent. She's eating very well, very well. And then she's not too clingy on me. And she used to be, hey, what? Anytime I'm around, like, she just wants to come, sit on my laps and breastfeed. That's it. But right now she can be able to play even with other kids. She can be able to interact even with visitors, with other family members. She couldn't that time. So I think, and it's good to breastfeed your baby. If you can, if you're not limited, please breastfeed them, even if until 5 years. It really creates a very, very strong bond. Imagine after I stopped breastfeeding her, she became even so much closer to the dad than even me. I think the breastfeeding thing was the bond that we created, and I loved every bit of breastfeeding. So guys, if you're out there and you're wondering what will I do, I've shared my own experience and what I did. And as I just said, I stopped my baby from breastfeeding when she was 2 years and 1 month, and it has now been 2 months after I stopped breastfeeding her, and the journey has been so good. I have never used any pill to dry the milk off. I have never done anything else, never. And I have never felt any pain. There were no, my breasts were never engorged because I had already prepared my mind and my brain, So don't expect you just wake up one day and you're like, Papa, you ain't breastfeeding. You're going to even suffer more, and it will be a very bad experience for your baby. Don't make it traumatic to your baby. There are other people who, you use paper on them, you do a lot of things which are hurting, and they are also going to be affected psychologically. Just prepare them slowly, bit by bit, bit by bit, in a nicer way, so that they won't also be affected, okay? And you won't also feel guilty about the whole thing. So I loved all the journey. That breastfeeding journey was beautiful, 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 because I had the best bond. I created the best bond with my baby. She's still my baby. She's still my, my little heart here, and we still have the best bond together. And if you're capable, I'd advise you even breastfeed to 2 years maximally if you would want, as in don't stop at 1 year or after 6 months immediately. But then when I was young, that time before I got a baby, I used to say that, hey, my baby is going to breastfeed until exactly 6 months, and then papa, I switch. But it's not possible. The bond that you create, hey, you will just find yourself breastfeeding that baby, breastfeeding, of which it's so good, so good. Make sure they also feed well. Make sure they don't just depend on the breast milk, especially after 6 months. Make sure they are able to adapt to other kinds of foods, because remember, after 6 months they don't get too much or as much as they used to get before 6 months from the breast milk. So it will be a bit reduced, so they need the nutrients from other sources of foods. So make sure they are feeding they're feeding well. Okay, so I hope someone has learned something. I just hope my experience, the one that I've shared, will help someone out there. It doesn't have to be so tough or so hard on you. It doesn't have to be so rough. It's a very easy process, so just follow it and be intentional about it, and trust me, everything else is going to be all right. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something from this video. You can always feel free to share to other people. You can also share your comment down below. Tell us what you went through, your process and all that. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe. So let me wrap it there. It has been your girl. Until next time, bye bye.